you want me to stay for the first hour
Yeah, you can.
and then dip? Okay, and then dip out the second hour.
And slip your rap knowledge on Big Fat. He doesn't know who this is. I don't know what song this is. He playing
You
something
don't?
Notorious B.I.G. fan.
No, you're shitting me. Are you serious?
We about to be live.
Brandon.
Alright, cool. Mic check, mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. I'm about to drop a mixtape, man. Know what I mean? Y'all know how it is, man. It's your boy Real Leel. Thanks for tuning into the Real Leel Show, where I give my unique takes going on in the world of sports and entertainment. Man, we got a jam-packed show today, as always. You know I always deliver a good show, so I'm going to take my bow before the show is even over. Because guess what? It's going to be a hell of a show. 607-753-4819. Once again, 607-753-4819. Like I said, a lot to get into. We got Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder Part 2. I'm excited about that. That will, the predictions will come on later in the show, in the top of the second hour. We also got some more sports topics. But before we get into sports, I got a lot on my mind, and I guess I might as well get right into it. I'm starting with the death of Pop Smoke. I want to talk about that real quickly because if y'all know me, y'all tune into my shows, I rep Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? I'm not shy about it. It is what it is. I'm from Brooklyn, born and raised, and I'm going to always rep Brooklyn to the day I die. And we lost a superstar that, took the torch from a lot of these rappers like Jay-Z and Big. Bobby Shmurda was hot for a second, had a song that was, crazy in the streets, and probably still is at times. You know what I'm saying? And, Pop Smoke, he was one of them few people that made it out the hood. I know a lot of rappers out here that don't get play. Trust me, everybody in New York know a rapper or know somebody that know a rapper. All right, if not, then you just the anti-social boy living down the block. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? Let me start off giving my condolences. And you know what? I want to shout out my bro, Jabray. I grew up with him. We went to the same elementary school. We lived on the same block in Canarsie in the early 2000s. That was the time where you could have sit on your porch at 2 a.m. in the morning with no worries, just cool as a cucumber. You know what I'm saying? The cool summer vibes, as you get what I'm saying. Then, as soon as I moved from Canarsie back in '03, like 20 minutes away. It's not like, I moved on some like over, the next country or whatever, the next state, a couple blocks away, you know what I'm saying? You could say that. The hood started changing. And it actually became the hood, what I would say. You had your good areas and your bad areas. And to see somebody make it out the hood in Bashar Jackson, aka Pop Smoke, with his rapping career, with one of the hottest songs out, it speaks volume to people like myself that you can make it out the hood if you put your mind to something, if you put the pen to the paper. Also, when you do make it out, it comes with a lot of animosity and hate and jealousy. And, because a lot of people don't make it. A lot of people don't. And obviously, when you make it, you would think your own people will embrace you and love you. But it's the exact opposite. Pop Smoke was reportedly shot and killed in his Beverly Hills home. And this was heartbreaking news. To me, I don't personally know him, but I know people that know him. I know people that actually knew the guy and said that he never switched up on anybody, even when he became Pop Smoke. My bro, Jabray, he texted me today, and he was hurt and grieving, as everybody else was, but he said something that resonated with me. And matter of fact, this was like an hour ago that I read this text. And he said, not a lot of rappers from here make it. And that's a fact. I know a lot of rappers in Canarsie alone. In Canarsie alone, mind you. I know rappers everywhere, but I know a lot specifically in Canarsie alone. And they put out their stuff, their material on social media, trying to get plays, trying to get looks. A lot of them don't make it. But to see somebody that did, had the potential, the opportunities, actually escape the environment, but when they get to higher places, they can't escape what it is to be black here in America. And it's a daggone shame. And, I'm going to say, like I said, I'm not going to sit here and make it seem like I was his biggest fan, like I bumped every song that he made. But where he came from, he was one of us. And my condolences go out to him and his family. With that being said, I want to get everybody else here that's on the show, that's on the mics, to give us y'all reactions when you first heard that Pop Smoke passed away.
So I'm gonna start this off. Just gonna say, like, yeah, I'm gonna start it off with giving out my condolences to Pop Smoke's family and friends. Me, myself, I am born and raised and still do live in Canarsie, so I know this hits home for a lot of the people that I do know. I wasn't the hugest fan of him, but as a person, you know, when I see people get hurt or I see where, you know, people lose loved ones, you know, I can definitely, you know, relate to that. But honestly, when I first heard about the news where he basically, you know, lost his life in the Hollywood Hills rental home that he was staying in, it just kind of raised a lot of questions. Like always, where it's just like every time somebody get big, there's always somebody out there in your circle or even out of your circle that's going to be envious of you because of the success that you do have. Honestly, like, I'm very shocked.
I mean, we seen the same thing with Nipsey. We seen the same thing with X. I mean, the list goes on. You got any words? Gilbert, another guest on the show here today.
Pretty much, like, it was just something that you didn't expect, especially him being, like, in Beverly Hills. I'm saying, like, I remember, like, when the news broke, my friends told me, I thought, like, he was in Brooklyn when it happened. I'm like, some dumb stuff that sort of happens. But then Beverly Hills, you hear about, like, oh, he moved away from the hood, you know, trying to better his life. As a kid that grew up, it's like certain atmosphere. Like, I grew up in the Bronx, sort of different environment, but sort of similar. So you kind of understand when somebody moves from that environment, trying to do something better for him, himself, his parents, his family, actually succeeds in doing that, makes a name for himself, made a name for himself just worldwide. In the city, a lot of kids grew up like idolizing him. His local rappers, his friends that he grew up with, also idolizing him, trying to, you know, get to that level of success that he had, and just someone just take that away from him. It's pretty sad.
And you know what's crazy is that when you in the hood and you have somebody that make it out from where you from, gives you hope.
Yeah.
And that goes unestimated. The hope that you do get when you see somebody, oh, okay, I can make it out the hood. My future don't have to be in the grave or in jail. I can actually make money and provide for my family. So it's just a shame. I was shocked. They said it was at first a robbery, but then they saying that it wasn't a robbery.
It was a hit.
It was a hit.
Yeah.
And I want to know what y'all think. Do y'all think it's somewhere within circle, or do y'all, you know, what's y'all thoughts on that?
Go ahead.
I don't like to get into, like, details with, like, somebody just putting, like, hits on that, because, like, then again, you can't assume and stuff like that when something that hits home, you know, happens like that. You don't want to get into what happened, but to me, I think it's a hit. Just the fact that they just went in and didn't take anything. Just thinking about that, if it was a robbery, they might have took something. There's no evidence they did, so if they just went in, you know, just killed him, then that's a hit.
And he was the only one that died, so it seems like it's a hit. And from what I heard, like I said, I don't know everything because we are starting to get news and more information as we speak. So I don't want to report on nothing that I don't know, like TMZ do sometimes. But, you know, that's a whole nother topic for another day.
I think that's a whole different. I think TMZ should have really stopped reporting on, like, death ceremonies before. Yeah. It gets.
They probably gonna tell me that I got a new job before I even found out that I got a new job. That's exactly how it is at this point with daggone TMZ. They know everything. It's unbelievable, but it's a shame that, because what I heard, there was people in the house. There was about like 10 people, you know, his housemates, and then obviously the people that did the robbery, and he was the only one that got hurt. So to me, it seems like it's a hit.
No, they said it was targeted, but they did say prior, because the killing happened around like 4 a.m. February 19th yesterday morning. But they said that it was a house party prior to that. So when I heard that there was a house party, some people feel like it was set up by the groupie that was trying to, like, sleep with him. That's the story that I was hearing around, that some groupie wanted to sleep with him or whatever. And then, like, the hit happened around 4 a.m. Wednesday morning. But I'm not gonna say it's somebody in his circle. It definitely was targeted because they only went after him, like I said, where they didn't take anything. It's just like they shot him up and him only. So you know this was definitely somebody.
That was orchestrated.
Yeah, they wanted to do that, but also it's like the thing of the people was thinking that it might have been somebody he knew because, like, they the only ones that had the address, but. His address was on Instagram when he had got stuff from I don't know the fashion designer, but the Shade Room did post that it was in his story that he was, like, searching through bags, and I was like, for somebody to literally sit there hold down the Instagram
Like, you're doing
picture
too much.
and screenshot
Yeah, you're
it to
doing too
basically
much.
get the address that you want. This was their ultimate goal, and it's just sad that it had to come to that where it's just like somebody just trying to have fun, because like he didn't live in that house. They said the house belonged to one of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills husband. He owns rental properties, so it's just like for him, he probably just came out here probably doing some press runs like a regular celebrity would do, and basically just doing work, that's it.
He was putting on for the city, like just all of them, like rappers, like just new New York rappers that came out, like they were all putting up for like what I consider to be what New York City actually sounds like. It's like A Boogie's doing his thing, but for a long time that's not what New York City really said. New York City rap was like grimy type, you know what I'm saying, like in your face, talk about that lavish lifestyle. So like they were getting that bag, him, Chef G's, Bobby did it for his time in Morale, but
honestly, Bobby coming back.
he's coming back.
It's a shame that we can't.
December 20th.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a shame because
We couldn't even get a
like,
feature. You know
that
what I'm
would
saying?
be
The lab right there.
that
Yeah.
whole rap scene, like with him, Bobby, that whole Brooklyn rap scene, Bronx, just
Yeah.
NYC rap scene will be crazy. Or like will put us on the map on a whole different level. But it's just sad that he can't be like part of it no more. But like we still have relevant like stuff that he did that was relevant. It's pretty cool.
I want to play a clip for those of y'all from my song, The General. Obviously everybody had their takes, but what he spoke, I thought made one of the more sense out of a lot of people that I listened to. So I'm gonna play that clip for y'all right now.
Live in an era where they taught you are what you have, not who you are. This era glorifies you for what you have. So when you make it obvious and make somebody feel like they're worthless because they don't have what you have, they want to hurt you. They want to take what you have. That's what this era has breeded. This is what the culture has breeded. The culture has breeded envy and jealousy for anybody that doesn't have, anybody that has more than you.
It's the truth. Like, people would do that's why I always say, like, money, we all know that money is the root of all evil, and I do feel like people would do anything and cross many paths and step on many people just to get what they want in the end. And I feel like it's just sad to see that, like, somebody out here grinding for their own good, and you come take it away because you don't feel comfortable with your lifestyle that you're living. At the end of the day, step your cookies up, and then maybe you could be at the same. I'm being honest. Like, people just get so annoying. It's just like, that's why I hate the word envious, because there's a difference between being jealous and being envious. Like, when you have jealousy, you can get over that, but envious would drive you to do things that you never done before. Like, envious would turn you into that little demon that's in the back of your head telling you to go kill, go steal, go rob, do what you gotta do, because at the end of the day, everybody in this world is all about self.
Yeah.
But then also, it's just like we as people also put too much trust in individuals on this earth. But you can't trust any and everybody, because everybody doesn't have your best, interest at heart.